Hey guys, it is MissSimReno. If you're returning to the channel, welcome back. And if you're brand new, I am really excited that you decided to join me here today for the very first video of, I guess we're going to call it a series. Okay, just when I say that, bear with me. I am notorious for not completing series, but today I strive to, I can't even say complete a series. We're just going to see where this goes because we're going to do some rotational gameplay in Copperdale. A couple months ago, I noted that I was prepping this. I was in the throes of early postpartum, so it has taken me a little bit of time to be able to dive in and get started and get everything set up exactly the way I want it. There's still some things that I want to do to make sure that this world is complete, but my goal is to just play in this world. Like, I don't want to go to any other worlds to do anything. I just want to stay here. And I've created a handful of sims to kind of get us started. And as you can tell from the thumbnail, we're actually going to be starting with this gentleman over here. So this is going to be really fun too, because essentially what I did is I created a family that has a handful of siblings that are involved in various businesses in Copperdale, and they're all a lot different from one another. And I thought it would be really, really fun. There's like single sims, there's a big family to play with, there's pets and stuff, there's residential rental lots, which I'm scared to touch. We've got small businesses, just everything. I'm really, really stoked to get started. So I'll first introduce you to Kenny Wild, and we'll learn a little bit more about him when we dive into where he lives. But as you can see, he actually has a business. It's called Wild Auto Repairs. So you can attend classes and lectures, be friendly. To be frank, it is a mechanic shop, so there really wasn't much I could do on the small business front aside from doing handiness lectures. I thought that was kind of a nice way to do it. But he has a dog. This is Axel. Get it? Because, you know, auto repair, whatever. But Axel's a Great Dane. He's active, he's independent, and he's a little bit stubborn. But he's a good boy. Look at his little face. He's a good boy. Right. Anyway, so let's go ahead and meet Kenny real quick, and I'll kind of give you a breakdown of the family tree because he is where we're starting with this whole family that is scattered around Copperdale. So this is what, oh, look, a butterfly. I've never seen the butterflies like that. So this is Wild Auto Repairs. And this was actually built by Schnuck, I believe, on the gallery. So what I actually did, I should have showed this from the map view, but I failed to do so. Hi, Axel. Hey. I put the creator's name for all of the lots in the lot description. That way I would not forget. So everything's on the gallery. I didn't download anything from like Tumblr. I didn't add like tray files specifically from somewhere. Everything's on the gallery for you all to check out if you want to download it yourself. But this is the repair shop. So I did make a couple of adjustments just for the purpose of it being functional as a small business. So we've got like the handiness, like the woodworking benches here, and then we have the lecture board so he can hold handiness lectures and things. Unfortunately, you can't you can repair objects as a task as a small business, but it's not like customers are bringing broken objects, right? It's just, do you have a broken object on the lot and are you going to fix it? So I didn't really think that was exactly what we wanted to go for here, so I didn't do that. But this place is so cool. I love it. It looks exactly like an auto body shop. I love it so much. And this, I replaced some of these items as well with the Restoration Workshop kit items because Schnuck had actually made a bunch of custom items that resembled this, which is pretty impressive. And upstairs there's an apartment, which I thought was perfect for Kenny. This is his little kitchen. There he is. There's our man. Here's his living room, and then his bedroom and the bathroom over here as well. So Kenny, oh, he's a little bit of a slob though. Look at all this junk. I didn't really see him as a slob sim, but hey, Kenny, hi, what's up, my guy? I really like Kenny. I think he's really sweet. So let's take a look at his personality really, really quick and the family tree. So first things first, every single sibling is actually currently experiencing some form of grief, I believe. And Kenny's experiencing anger grief because their mother just passed away. So all of the siblings are kind of wondering what they're going to be doing next. And now they have to really deal with one another without their mom kind of being the, what do you want to say? I don't know, she's kind of the cushioning between all of them because they have a lot of different personalities and some of these siblings do not get along. But Kenny is actually a loner. He's active, he's a goofball, and he is domestic because he does have the successful lineage aspiration. So he's all about family. He wants to become a parent. He wants to have a family of his own. He doesn't really know how he wants to do that because unfortunately, oh, we have to do a bucket list for Kenny too. Unfortunately, let me show you. This is gonna, hold on. I mean, this is gonna be a treat for us all, honestly, but he's got this fun tattoo right here. So Kenny's love life is a little bit checkered. He's been trying to build that family, but can he find the right person? No, he really can't. But okay, so let's dive into the family tree here. Oh, also, I do have the chalked UI. It's new. If it's like really harsh on your eyeballs, just let me know. But I really like it. So Jenny was their mom. She passed away from old age. You know, it wasn't unexpected by any means. So Kenny is, I would say that he is probably the second oldest. So his brother Clay right here is, oh, this is gonna be so fun. So Clay is an adult and him and Kenny, I think, like kind of get along, but not really. So Clay is married to Diana and they have 4 children down here. We'll meet them at some other time, I promise. So it was Clay, then Kenny, and then his sister Alice, who Alice actually works at the auto body shop with Kenny as a mechanic. So when we play her in the rotation, I did learn, I didn't think this was possible, but you can go to the small business venue that your sim is employed at technically, and you can go as a guest and complete tasks, but you don't make any money, which is kind of stupid. So when we play with Alice, I'll be giving her like a payout at the end of the day for essentially the work that she does. So anyway, so it was Clay, Kenny, Alice, and then it was Lincoln. And Lincoln, he's a bit of a troublemaker. Not everybody gets along with Lincoln. And then the baby of the family is Olivia, and she's actually a teenager. But Olivia lives with Clay, her oldest brother. So more to come on that. So that's the family tree. I love it. I love these siblings. I really do. And let's take a look at Kenny's relationships too. So he does, let's see, there's like family. Yeah, family. There we go. He is really good friends. Yeah, he's actually really close with all of his siblings except for Lincoln. He does not like Lincoln, and they have a difficult family dynamic. It's not great, and really it has to do with the fact that Lincoln is in the criminal career. He's a little shady. He's disruptive. He's a party animal. He's a little out there. He is. But Alice over here, who again he works with, they're very good friends. They're very close. They have a very good relationship. And we'll probably see Alice maybe a little bit later on. I don't know. And then Clay over here, they're also good friends. They're also close, and they're neighbors because Clay actually lives like right down the road from the mechanic shop. Because we're actually in, hold on, pause. we're like in this little neighborhood here, and Clay and his family live right here. So they're quite literally right up the road, which is kind of nice. The proximity is nice, especially because he does love seeing he doesn't actually know them, which is so frustrating because he did know them when I first started this, but his niece and his nephews. He's got 4 total, right? So Clay has Piper, who's a teenager, Bentley, Caleb, and then little Nicholas, who's a toddler as well. So Kenny loves seeing his niece and his nephew. So it's nice that he's close by. And then last but not least, we have Olivia over here. So Olivia, they're also good friends. They have the jokesters family dynamic, which I thought was kind of fun because Olivia is a little high maintenance. She's a little self-absorbed, definitely the spoiled little baby of the family. And yeah, she gets along with all her siblings, but she has an air about her. She does. And Kenny kind of brings her down to earth a little bit because they just joke with one another. So I think that's really fun. It also does say that she's a high school graduate. So I see Olivia as maybe like 17. Maybe she just graduated high school. That's what I'm thinking. She probably just graduated. She's not employed yet, and she's living with her oldest brother. So we're going to try to figure out what her next step is after the passing of her mother and kind of where she ended up living with her brother in the first place, because that's not where she grew up. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's the whole family. So I guess what we'll try to do here, we'll look at the calendar real quick too. I set up a couple of holidays. It is technically summer break right now, and I'm thinking we'll get the whole family together, or at least we'll try to, for Will Wright Day. I don't know how that's gonna go, considering some of the things that have been going on with these siblings since the passing of their mother. But summer break, we'll probably play a day or two with Kenny, and then since Sims do have school off for summer break, maybe we'll jump over to Clay's house with the kids and kind of play with them a little bit as well before they start school on the following Monday. That might be kind of fun. I don't know. All right, you know what? Kenny needs to blow off some steam, so he's going to take Axel here for a little jog. But I wanted to note this too, because I haven't played with the grief system that came with Life and Death at all. So I thought it would be kind of interesting to see how grief like ebbs and flows a little bit with all these different siblings and their personalities. So right now, Kenny's angry. He's got the angry grief type. It's still not fair. Who can Kenny yell at to fix these existential problems? So he's mad. Like, he is mad that he lost his mom. Now, I haven't thought about like what happened to Dad, right? Because there's a lot of siblings, and they're all various ages. So clearly Dad existed and was in the picture at one point, but I don't know how long that lasted, because of course at this point they're all adults for all intents and purposes. So maybe Dad hasn't been in the picture for a long time. I always imagined that Jenny or Jeannie, I liked calling her Jeannie, even though that might not be how you spell it. Maybe I have to make an adjustment, but maybe Jeannie was actually a single mom to all of these kiddos as well growing up. Like maybe after Olivia was born. Is that Clay? Hold on. That's Clay. He just ran by Clay. Clay looks defeated. Hey, you don't look too happy, my guy, but you're dressed to the nines, so good for you. I feel like Clay was actually just going to work. I don't know what this technically is supposed to be. It looks like it's supposed to be a storefront. I wish it was like a train station or something. I'd like to imagine that was like a train station. I don't know, because then it would make sense like maybe Clay was taking the train in to work or something first thing in the morning, and he's just like not having it today at all. But he probably waved to Kenny, and Kenny was just like, yeah, like harumph, you know, because he's so pissed. He has to go to on a jog to just like clear his mind, bring his anger down. And that's like new for him too. He's usually a pretty like cheerful guy. Like remember, he's a goofball, so he's pretty like laid back, I would say. He's probably a very social guy too, but with the passing of his mother, he is just like he's not with it at all. And he has these moments where he just is pissed. Like he's just so angry. He doesn't want to socialize with anyone. He doesn't want to do anything. Like he doesn't want to open the shop today. That's not a goal of his. I think we're going to open the shop though at maybe like 11-ish. We might want to come up with like a schedule for the actual shop too, because it is a small business. You can open it whenever you want, right? But I'm thinking like an auto body shop would probably be open pretty early and stay open till like 5 or 6. But I feel like Kenny, I think maybe the business has been in the family for a long time too. I don't know. Maybe there's something unresolved as well. Maybe it was his dad's, right? This game, okay. This game gets me so mad. Maybe the shop was actually his dad's and he like revived it or something like that, bought it back from the owners that his dad had sold it to back in the day and wanted to kind of like own the namesake again. You know what I mean? Also, I don't remember who this is by. Again, the name is in the lot description, but this is where Lincoln works with one of his buddies. It's a tattoo parlor. Anyway, we'll see that at some point. There's a few businesses that people work at and or live in. Also, that tree is floating. That's going to bother me. That's gonna bother me. All right, well, looks like Kenny he didn't get rid of his anger there. It's just under the surface, but he's feeling pretty good from walking Axel and getting a good workout. And that's a good way to start your day, Kenny. It is. It's a good way to start your day. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to open the business. I don't remember how to do this. Oh, it's right in front of me. Literally says open. There we go. It's open. And Alice is here. There she is. See, she just shows right up. See, I'm still learning about these small businesses. So this is Alice. I love her. She's actually the one that started all of this. I made her randomly and I was like, what's your story, girl? Who are you? And I had no idea. And then I was like, you know what? I think I want her to be a mechanic. And then everything just kind of grew from there. Also, wait, I just zoomed in. That's her mother's wedding ring. So you know what? Ooh, I knew I had a story. I had a story and then I lost it. And now it's kind of coming back to me. But yeah, she has her mother's wedding ring at least. That was like the one heirloom item that she kept when her mother passed away. And Alice actually lives. Can we see her house from here? I feel like we can't just because of, you know, how neighborhoods work in The Sims. We can't. So Alice actually lives in her mom's old house as well. She took over her mom's house. She didn't want to sell it, but she is trying to go through things really slowly without her siblings' help, may I add. And she's taking care of her mom's cat, whose name is Doodle. And Doodle's adorable. I don't remember what breed Doodle is, but he wears a sweater and he's really cute. I think he's an elder cat, but yeah, these siblings, very, very close. So they're going to chit chat here. And I think what we're going to do is I'm going to clear out all these tables so we can actually hold lectures since the business is open. I think that's how this is going to work when I play tested it. Kenny does like jokes. He does, actually. I'm just going to say yes. What I kind of want to do too with this gameplay is I want to make like a wheel or something, like a yes or no wheel, or just kind of do like a randomizer whenever we get personality changes and stuff. But I would say because Kenny's a goofball, like that would make perfect sense that he likes jokes, right? I feel like that's kind of a given. So we're going to clear off all of these, and Alice is actually going to hold a lecture. Look at that. Good for you. And we're getting good reviews. And you know what I might do? I think what we can do here is I want to get one of the fridges that came with the Restoration Workshop kit, and I want Kenny to be working on it. I think that's what I want. Where is it? There we go. I wanted this like dirty one. Oh, but I can't use the design tool on it, but I can use a different one. Here, we'll do the dark blue. That's kind of nice. I like that. So I feel like Kenny will be working on this in the background. I know, it's an auto mechanic shop, okay? But I want him to restore this in the background. And then what I want to do too is, because we know that Kenny wants his own family, he wants to become a parent, but his dating life is kind of awful, to be honest. He just really hasn't had good luck. I feel like Alice continues to encourage him to try. Maybe we'll get on Cupid's corner and see who we might be able to meet. And maybe we'll pop over to Clay's house when the kids are like, they're probably doing stuff during the day. Maybe they're at summer camp or something, but to see his niece and his nephews, and maybe he can hang out with them, socialize. Oh, well, it's with your child. Never mind. Scratch that. I can't read. We'll also set up Kenny's bucket list, because I want to do that for every single sibling too, because it's something I just haven't played with. Oh, poor Kenny too. He's a loner, and he's gotten stranger danger with everybody here. It's kind of rough being a small business owner, and I think maybe the lectures and the workshops and everything were Alice's idea, because business was kind of just, I don't know, it was just stagnant, I suppose. Like, of course, it was an established business back in the day, maybe when his dad owned it, but it's kind of lost its notoriety and maybe its respect in the community. So Kenny's really trying to build that back up. He's trying to get that good reputation. Like, so if we're looking at like the small business thing here, we want particular alignment. He's really just a garage business, which is so funny because it is quite literally a garage. Kenny's small business is currently a garage business. True. It's just starting its journey. So get the word out there through positive customer reviews to increase its renown. So we want to increase the renown. We do. We want some positive alignment as well, because maybe back in the day, there was more like shady alignment going on here when his dad owned it. And maybe he really just wants to kind of turn it around, but he's such a recluse, even though I would say he's a extroverted introvert, right? That's how I consider myself. He loves to be social. He can be a very social guy. He's very goofy, but he really likes to be alone. So it's hard for him sometimes, but that means it's hard for him to do stuff like this, like hosting lectures and everything. He was like, why would we do that? I'm just going to repair cars. And Alice is like, no, you have to like branch out. If you want this business to become something new and I don't know, bring more of the community in, you've got to try new things. So she was like, you know what? I'll lead it. Because maybe Alice, I don't know what she did prior, but I don't know if she was a practicing mechanic for a long time. She has certainly learned on the job and throughout the course of her life, because obviously her older brother is, and they spent a lot of time together growing up because they're very close. But yeah, I feel like it was Alice's idea to kind of expand the services, if you will, here. I feel like that would be the appropriate route for the story to have taken. Right, okay. Well, that actually didn't take long. He restored the fridge, and he's angry. He's still angry. He was really trying to get some of this anger grief out on restoring this fridge, trying to be like, if I fix this, if I restore this and like bring it to its former glory, I'll be happier. And he's just not happy at all. He really isn't, which is really too bad. Even though Alice is holding this lecture, I want to start a handiness class if I can. But her lecture's going on forever. So maybe not. Maybe what he's going to do instead is I'm going to have him order a pizza for him and Alice to enjoy once her shift is over. If she wants to. She might not hang around, to be honest. He's going to get a pepperoni pizza really quick for lunch because does he like cooking? I don't think so. Does he have any cooking skill? He might. He might. Does he? No, he doesn't. Kenny's not much of a cook. He really isn't, unfortunately. Yeah, so he orders out a lot, but he's really fit because he's always out running with Axel. So, you know, it's called balance. It's about moderation, right? That's what it's about. Oh, like two things happen at once. Clay is inviting us over to go to his house and hang out. So we wanted to do that to see the kids. But we just got the notification of Hopeful Hustle. Kenny's small business has reached the first renown level and is now a Hopeful Hustle. He's earned 2 business perk points to purchase business perks. Okay, nice. Yes, we're going to actually do that right now. So it's what the schemer alignment. Is that what it is down there? We don't want that. We're not going to do that. Maybe we'll do leave a tip. That seems passive enough because this one here, inspiring business story, like Kenny can share his small business journey to inspire other Sims. I don't think that's really what his personality would be. And I really don't think that's what he would do to try to build rapport. Like I said, that's really Alice's forte, not his. So I think he would do leave a tip. So while the business is open, customers will feel more inclined to apply a digital tip and add a few extra simoleons on any payments made to support his business. Love that. We're going to do that. And we actually have 2 business points though. Do I have to do this to unlock tier 2? No, that has to do with, okay, never mind. Right. We'll spend the others later, but we'll make some extra money. That'll be nice. Woo! Okay, I closed the business for the day. So we did pay. So technically, Alice got paid 140. I wonder if that's actually going to be reflected in her bank account. I don't know how. I'd have to see what her funds were before and then after. I don't know. But she doesn't get paid when we actively play as her. I play tested it. It's weird. But he did make 975 simoleons just from services, which is great. The tip jar didn't really get anything today, but that's all right. He made 760 simoleons and 182 business renown. And he's got some growth opportunities, ambiance. It's tidy and it's a mechanic shop. Okay, it's clean enough, but the excellence wasn't business activities. They're really happy from the activities that the small business offers. So that's great. But Kenny just took a shower and everything. I think Alice is socializing. See, with Dark Dreamer. Oh, hey, she really is the heart and face of the business, if you will. Well, maybe she's like the face of it and Kenny's really the heart of it. But anyway, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin this, buy a kid's object worth 100 simoleons. Interesting, Kenny. Interesting. And instead of going over to see the kids, I think he's just going to do a chatty family call with Clay. And we could kind of pretend that like he jumped on like a video call with them or something, or whatever the case is. And the kids are all just like yelling in the background, like, Uncle Kenny, Uncle Kenny, Uncle Kenny. Like, when are you going to come see us? And he's like, listen, you rugrats, I'm like right down the road. When are you going to come see me? Like he jokes around with them like that. He also got a call earlier from Olivia. So I don't know what Olivia needs, but she might need some, I don't know, she might need some brotherly advice as well. Already winding down for the evening, decided to snuggle up and pamper Axel on the couch. Yeah, that's my boy. That's my boy. He's a big boy. He's a big sweet boy. Oh, I love that boy. All right. Anyway, Kenny's just going to kind of chill out. I think what he's actually going to do is I wonder, yeah, he really doesn't like Lincoln. I don't know, but I feel like he's going to try to give him a call real quick. He's not going to invite him over, but I feel like he's going to just send him a quick text. Like, even though he dislikes Lincoln, I need it to be understood that all of these siblings love their brother. They just really don't like the choices that he's made, and they just like don't get along because Lincoln has chosen a path that they are not a huge fan of whatsoever. I mean, Lincoln has his own criticisms of all of his siblings, but they're not happy about the path he's taken. And I feel like Kenny's just gonna send him a quick text and just be like, hey, like, hope you're being safe. Don't make dumb decisions. Got it. And I feel like typically those texts would go either unanswered or Lincoln just like reacts to them and he just kind of gives them like a thumbs up. Do you know what I mean? He kind of like, he gives the little emote reaction or whatever the case is. I don't know. It seems like it would make sense here. We're gonna, you have to, yeah, go potty. You're probably already going potty, but we're gonna ask you to physically go potty. Oh, and Clay's here. Oh, hi. Oh, hey. Actually, Clay's here. Oh, he seems to be having it a little rough here. What's going on, brother? Like, what's happening? Oh, is Clay upset? Like, is he all right? He's like, whoa, what you doing here? Like, does Diana know you're down here? The kid's okay? What's going on? And he's probably completely fine. But I think what he's going to do is he's going to small talk. Actually, where is it? Is it under affection? I don't remember where all the grief things are. Yeah, I think he's going to console griefs. I feel like Clay's having a rough time with grief as well. Now, Clay kind of took a different path as well. Oh, this is sweet brotherly love. Clay kind of took a different path too, because he is not as, is it fair to say blue collar like some of his other siblings? Do you know what I mean? Like, Kenny's in a trade. Alice is in a trade. Lincoln, not so much, but you know what I mean? Olivia's still kind of like a teen figuring herself out. But Clay, as the oldest, he actually went a completely different route. I believe he's a lawyer. Let me double check. Yeah, he's a lawyer. So he went the completely different route. He's super materialistic. He's a very proper sim, but he's very, very ambitious. But I think that a lot of that is superficial to who he is at his core. So he obviously is very connected to his siblings, but he chose a completely different path when it comes to that. And he's probably experiencing this grief in a ton of different ways compared to the rest of them. Let's go ahead and gossip about family drama actually too. Maybe Clay is like, yeah, have you reached out to Lincoln lately type thing. Kenny's like, yeah, I just texted him. He didn't get back to me. So, you know, pretty typical, whatever. Clay's like, yeah, that sounds like Lincoln. All right. But I will also say, oh, they just got a sentiment. Hold on. They've got sentiment. Adoring. Oh, Kenny just wants the best for Clay and thinks he's wonderful. That's about right. That's right. But there's a thing about Clay too, when it comes to Lincoln, that I'm excited to kind of talk about, because I don't remember exactly where their relationship is at, but they have another connection that just kind of complicates things. Unfortunately, it's not fantastic, but I'm going to let them just kind of catch up a little bit, because this is nice that he came to visit. I bet his wife Diana's, I can't say she's taking care of the kids at the moment. That's probably falling on Piper, their oldest, to be completely frank. Again, we'll learn more about all of those dynamics at another time. But yeah, she's probably not taking care of the kids. She's probably doing whatever she wants to do. And then Piper, the oldest, who's a teen, is probably taking care of her 3 younger brothers at the moment. Why Clay is here allowing that to continue is kind of beyond me. And I feel like Kenny knows that too. But he also knows that his brother doesn't really know how to like reach out for help when things aren't going well. So whenever he does, like when he just pops over here randomly at night, he's like, let's just catch up, bro. Why don't we just chill out? Let's hang out. I had a pizza earlier. Help yourself to a slice. Oh, maybe we could do... Here, hold on. Maybe we can do... Can I do it like this? Sorry, hold on. I thought of something. I just thought of something. So I do have base mental in here. I haven't played with base mental for a while. But I was hoping... you can grab a light beer, but I thought there was a way... Oh, yeah. No, that's not Kenny's wheelhouse. We're not going to do that. But I was hoping that we could get... Like, I thought we could do I thought we could serve beer. That's what I'm trying to say. I really got lost there. Sorry. Wow. I thought we could serve beer, but I guess we can't, because this is all just like food or whatever. So maybe I'll just grab a light beer and just kind of hang out with his brother here. That'll be kind of nice. Kenny's a beer drinker. I don't know if Clay really is. I feel like he always offers him a beer and Clay's just like, no, it doesn't sit right in my stomach, like that kind of thing. Kenny's like, oh, for the love of God, Clay, come on, just like have a beer and chill out, dude. Just calm down. I don't have wine for you, all right? I'm not that hoity-toity. Like Kenny gives him crap all the time for just how how proper and kind of prissy he can be, to be frank. Like, I don't dislike Clay. I think his heart, I think he has a good heart, but he's definitely, he looks down on people. He just does. And I feel like that's really obvious with like his really grandiose giant house, the person he ended up marrying and everything. Like, I don't know. It's just, it seems really obvious to me. Axel, no, don't play in the trash. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't stop. Stop, 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 stop. You're disgusting. Oh. It's like, Axel, buddy, don't play in the trash, man. Come on. See, look, do you see the way that Clay walks? Like, look at him. He's such a priss. He really is. Also, I hope there's no like negative connotation with that outside of like what I know of with that term, but please tell me if there is, and I apologize if there is, because I have no idea. I haven't used that term in a really long time. Anyway, so he's hanging out with Clay, but he's honestly getting a little bit tired. I think we have to give Axel a bath because now he's absolutely disgusting, which is unfortunate. And then maybe right before bed, Kenny's gonna hop on Cupid's corner and be like, you know what, I'm gonna give it another shot. Alice was encouraging me to do it. Maybe even Clay did too. Maybe Clay was like, why don't you try to find yourself a nice woman type thing? And Kenny's like, yeah, I'm gonna hop on Cupid's corner. That's what Alice suggested. Oh no, is he? Oh no, he's drunk. He had one bit. Kenny, you lightweight. You're such a lightweight. What do you mean? What are you drunk? Or okay, Blasio. Okay, bye. You're such a lightweight. You had one beer, my guy. Like, what is up with you? There's no way. That's ridiculous. There's no way. Right. Anyway, we're gonna have him change and just kind of get ready for bed. Okay, so. I guess he already has it. I feel like your Sims are automatically in it, aren't they? So he's just relaxing in bed, and he's gonna hop on Cupid's corner and see. Oh, is that what he wants his picture to be? Wait, why does it say he's romantically attracted to no one? What? I've gotta, no, okay, right. Okay, no, that's not gonna work for me. That's not correct. I swear, I set all of this stuff up before we started playing, and now it looks like I haven't done anything. This game infuriates me, I swear. Okay, let's fix that. What is it here? Yeah, okay. So I do think that Kenny is romantically attracted to women. I don't think he's exploring romantically personally, and I think he's purely interested in woohoo with women as well. His romantic boundaries, he'll get jealous. He will. But non-physical romance? No, I don't. Maybe. I'll leave it as is for now. I'll leave it to those defaults. But I had to fix that because that wasn't that wasn't it. Now, I also feel like he doesn't use dating apps like this a lot, and I think he's actually naive enough to think that like this is okay as a profile picture. There's nothing wrong with it, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying that he doesn't realize that he's basically posting a thirst trap. Do you know what I mean? like he doesn't get it. I think that he'd be looking for a young adult like himself because he does want someone to start a family with. So I don't think he's looking for somebody who is a little bit farther along in life than he is. I think he's gonna take a selfie. Like Alice probably encouraged him to take a selfie, and he's like, I don't know how to do that. Like, that's not it. No. That's kind of it. Like, yeah, like the little awkward smile, getting the like fist out of the picture there. There. And it's blurred. You know what? That tracks. That tracks. He doesn't know what he's doing. We're gonna keep that. And yeah, we're gonna keep this too. Goofy and a loner. Well, maybe we'll get rid of loner and we'll do active. That'll help. Okay, great. And let's see if he has any matches. I think I have it turned on to pull Sims from the gallery as well. Yeah, I do. I think I do. Oh, I don't want to report Sim. No, don't do that. Who else? Okay, Kimberly, nice sunglasses. A plant lover and an art lover. Callie with the fish. Okay. Oh, Ava. Materialistic and hot-headed. I don't really know if they'd get along super well. Jade, ambitious and outgoing. But she's in Windenburg. I'm trying to keep things at home, but that doesn't mean we can't meet Sims elsewhere. So we're gonna save Jade. Maybe I'll give her a makeover to see if there's anything there. Oh, Alyssa Ivanova, young adult, not shared. Oh, she's cute. She got some style. Oh, Jaslyn. Ooh, nice tattoos. She's skeptical and unflirty, though. We're still going to go ahead and save her. to save her. Okay, well, we've got 3 matches that we could kind of work with. They're all adorable. We actually got like some good matches. I think I'm going to look for a mod where you have unlimited refreshes to the matches, because it's like every 12 hours. That's ridiculous to me. All right, well, you had a good day, Kenny. You did. You did. Why don't you climb into bed? My poor guy is the next morning. Number one, he's hungover from 1 beer with Clay, mind you. 1 beer. The final drink last night, dude, you had 1 beer. Anyway, he also is feeling anger again from his grief. Why me? Every morning is a reminder of how unfair life can be. How could things be going so bad for Kenny? You know what? That, coupled with succumbing to going on a dating app after his history and just losing his mother, you know what? He probably does feel this way. This world is so cruel and unforgiving. Yeah, kinda. I'm so sorry, Kenny. I really am. I'm going to let him go ahead and take a shower, though. Get ready for the day. Axel is running around like a loon. He's been running around the shop. That's what he does all morning. He like runs around the second Kenny gets up. But we're going to go ahead and get some breakfast, too. Again, Kenny's not much of a cook, but what I did do is I downloaded Granny's cookbook because I wanted some recipes that I felt... Do I not have... Okay, hold on. I wanted some recipes that I actually felt were a little bit more realistic. I wanted some more diverse recipes here. Let's just go ahead and grab this one. Is that the one I want? Is that the swatch I want? It does matter. No, not the flowers. Not that one. Is there just like one that would kind of be on Kenny's countertop? Like that. Like something really, really basic like that. Perfect. Now, there is another cookbook at Alice's house, but that is actually her mom's cookbook. I didn't make it an heirloom item, which I wish I had done. Maybe I can kind of do that, work on it on the back end to do that. But Kenny didn't take that because he's not much of a cook. So, yeah, he didn't take that. I think he's going to make, though, even though he's not much of a cook, I think he's going to make, not raisin bran flakes. Maybe biscuits and gravy. We'll do like a family size. That way he can go ahead and pick on it throughout the week as well. And look, even though he just took a shower, so he has a few outfits. There's like a CC overlay I have for him that he's got like dirt all over him and stuff like that. I thought it was perfect for him being a mechanic. I think Alice has the same thing, but essentially they have 2 variations of like their primary everyday outfit. And this is one of them. So even though he just took a shower, I don't know, maybe Axel came in this morning and he was loving on him and he got filthy already. I don't know. That's what I'm going to go with. Kenny, do not burn this place to the ground. I'm like speeding through it, hoping nothing happens. There we go. Good job. Good job. You did great. You did good. You know, he doesn't have any cooking skill. I think he's got like level 1. He's not doing terrible. He's doing okay. Maybe biscuits and gravy were a little bit too advanced for him, you know? Oh, but this is a positive look. He's remembering the good times from grieving. Although Kenny still feels the empty void that comes with loss, it is still heartening to cling to the memories of good times and forge onto another day. That's actually, you know what? I'm glad. Even though he's got some underlying anger there, it's dwindling a little bit compared to remembering the good times. And maybe biscuits and gravy was something that his mom used to make all the time for them growing up. Maybe that was one of her signature recipes, and he doesn't have her recipe that he made, but he decided to give it a shot because he knows he doesn't cook and he needs to be better about cooking for himself and not just eating pizza and Chinese takeout all the time, as pictured over there. So he decided to try to make biscuits and gravy for the first time, and the quality's normal. He didn't do bad. Maybe he's like, oh, I hope my mom will be proud of me, you know? Since he's also a loner, he wants to stay on the lot for 8 hours, so I think we're going to be able to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and toss this in the sink, and maybe Alice yesterday, because like I said, she's going through a lot of her mom's things, and I think her mom kept a lot of their things from when they were kids growing up, and I want to see if there's anything that I would think was Kenny's when he was like a little kid that his mom hung on to, and maybe Alice brought it over yesterday, and that will help us satisfy his need to spend a certain amount of money on kids' things. I don't know. Let's see if there's anything here. I do have some custom content things too, which I think is actually really fun. He wants to spend like $1,000 on kids' things though, so maybe we won't really be able to do that. Maybe we could do this. No, maybe he had this. Maybe he had a little Fenry Chomps-a-Lot Jr. I think that's cute. Maybe this was his little toy when he was a kid. That's cute. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Maybe this was his toy. I think he's gonna keep it just like right here. Or I'm sorry, no, next to his bed. I don't care. I don't care. I think it's cute. So we'll do that. That's cute. And I have a few other things too. I don't know if Kenny would really be ironing his clothes. But I think I'm gonna get an ironing board for him. This like faux one. And I'm gonna put it in here. It's technically under the kids items category, so I'm hoping it counts towards stuff and things. Oh, this is an infant crib. No freaking way. I forgot I got this. But it's a laundry basket that's an infant crib. So technically, I'm going to put it as decor, but it is an infant crib, which I think is hilarious. I like that a lot. I'm going to get this one. That one there. Okay, so that counts as kid stuff. We also have this. Is this not so cute? This little like big box for it. It's giant, but I love it. I think it's adorable. I think that's all we're gonna do for now. I think. Oh, we could. Oh, these could be from his nephew. Hold on, from his nephews. These right here. Is there a window there? Is that what I'm missing? Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. I think these are from. I think these are going to be from his nephews, and I think he's going to put them up like right here. He's going to put up a couple. I believe they have different swatches. Yeah, like that. So those are from his nephews. That's really cute. And maybe... Oh, it was only $100? Oh. Did we not spend $100? Okay, whatever. That's fine. And before I forget, I'm going to make this heirloom eligible as well, because Kenny is very like family focused. He wants to go ahead and have his own family. So we're going to make his little Fenry Chomsalot Jr. heirloom eligible. Kenny has designated an heirloom. This object is clearly very special to him, so be sure to cherish it and keep track of it as time passes. He may want to pass on an heirloom to someone special to ensure it's treasured for generations to come. If you'd like to pass it along, recipients may be designated via his will. Okay, so that's how that works. That's cute. Kenny Wild's heirloom, Fenry Chomsalot Jr. Look at this goofy little guy. He's just a little dude, a tiny friend. He's just kind of there, doing his best. If this isn't Kenny. And he promises that despite his name, he won't chomp anyone. Quite the opposite, actually. His sturdy rope limbs are perfect for tantrum-prone teething tots. Reinforced specifically for mini werewolf fangs. Well, we don't have to worry about that, but... Okay, right. Anyway, this is probably where I'm going to leave this part, though, because I really just wanted to jump in and start getting to know these Sims a little bit more and introduce you all to the various family dynamics and whatnot. And I don't know who we're going to be playing with next time. So let me bring up the family tree real quick. So I want y'all to tell me, who do you want to play with next time? I think our main options, because Olivia lives with Clay, I think we'll focus on like these three as primary and then dip over to Olivia. Try to spread out like Clay and Olivia gameplay because they live in the same house. But do you want to play with Alice, Clay, or Lincoln next time? Let me know in the comments down below. But I hope you'll enjoyed this. I'm excited to kind of get started. Again, even though there's a backstory, I don't have like a particular direction that I want to take this in by any means. I just kind of want to play around with it. I just kind of want to play around with things and see where everything is headed. I want to kind of like tend to these Sims whims and their aspirations and stuff like that. I just want to see where it all goes. So let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I will catch you next time I post a video. Bye.
I will be the last to leave. I won't say a word, just let you breathe. I won't make a